Hey, hello reckoners, and welcome back. Today's indie game is Home. This is the first game by an indie dev, so let's be brutally mean to it and rip into it mercilessly, shall we? I am, of course, kidding. This is supposed to be a very story-driven game. Basically, I am led to believe there will be very little gameplay and mostly story, aka right up my alley. So let's dive into this. You are an adventurer for hire. You take a variety of jobs and contracts to earn a living, usually involving hunting monsters or criminals, escorting merchants and royalty, etc. It's the peak of one of the worst winters in years, and a warm fire quickly became a necessity to survive. Not too long ago, you purchased your own home on the outskirts of town. It's a nice change of pace from moving between inns all the time, but after so many days of returning to an empty, barren home, you feel slightly bored of the routine. Nevertheless, you keep on working. Aw, yeah. And then, of course, great pixel art. That's completely serious. I actually really like this pixel art. That guy looks cool. He looks a bit like, oh man, if you crossed the kid from Bastion with, Jack Frost. From whatever movie he's from, The Guardians or something. The fire crackles warmly. Okay. Look at my little sticky goat legs. Go out to work for the day? I guess I don't really have any options. You spend the day tracking a beast that has been eating the local farmer's cows. ... You eventually track it back to its lair and defeat it, receiving several cuts and bruises in the process. You claim your well-earned reward and then return home. Show me my cuts and bruises. Am I missing an arm? Oh, wait a second. Oh. I mean, okay, so this is a very nitpicky detail. But I'm always happy when turning left to right or right to left. It's not just flipped. This is just flipped. Which is fine. That's what I would do, because I am equally efficient. But it's always nice when the directions are drawn, because then you don't have weird mirroring issues. The fire crackles warmly. Okay. What's this mouse out of here? Settle down for the night. That sounds fantastic. You make a simple meal and sit next to the fire eating it. There's not much else to do, and the day has you worn out. You go to bed early. That is unlike me. I want to go back to bed early. Where is my bed? Out by the door? What's the fire say? The fire crackles warmly. That's a friggin' shock. Oh, I already went to bed. I see. Out to work for the next day. Got it. You escort a merchant carriage between two towns, facing numerous packs of bandits along the way. The long travel in the cold and frequent fighting is draining, but you are given a good sum of gold and some food as payment. You return home exhausted. See, even the E's backwards when you're facing the other way. That's hilarious. The fire crackles warmly. Settle down for the night, indeed. Once again, you make a basic meal and fall into the chair next to the fire. You throw some more wood on the fire and go to bed. Let's burn this place down. The fire crackles warmly, does it? What is it? Incendious Inferno. You work as the bodyguard and guide of a lord visiting a nearby town. Although he is accompanied by 4 of his own guards, he hired you for your knowledge of the area. The lord is an unpleasant man, but the work is better than destroying monster nests in swamps. While walking through the markets, a clearly inexperienced pickpocket barges into the lord and dashes off with a pouch of coins. Don't just stand there, you fools! Catch that scum and bring him back here! You pursue the thief through a few streets, but quickly catch up to him in a side alley and tackle him to the ground. The thief is a very young man, maybe still a teenager. Please, sir, don't kill me. I can't leave my brothers alone to fend for themselves. Please just let me have this coin in my life, and I swear I'll never cross you again. I'm definitely not going to kill him. I'm not going to give him the coin, because that is stealing. I am a man of standards and ethics. Take the coins back. Give me that, thief boy. Run. He scrambles to his feet and sprints around a corner out of sight. You tell the lord you couldn't catch the thief, but he dropped the pouch during the chase. That scum deserves punishment, but I'll be merciful today. You at least got the coin back, that's what matters. Take half of it as payment. You may leave. Your work here is done. Soon after that, you return home. So, theoretically, if I really cared, I could try and find the boy and give him some gold, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't care. The fire crackles warmly. You practice some sword play before once again going to sleep early. Oh, that's a euphemism if I have ever heard one. One of these days, this fire's gonna talk to me, a la Howl's Moving Castle. You spot an unusual request on the notice board in town. A traveling alchemist is looking for a place to stay until winter ends. They're offering a hefty payment for this. I don't have any furniture, like... I mean, alchemists are, like, my favorite thing, but... Man, anyway. You decide to take the quest and go to meet them. You enter the local tavern, and, as stated on the notice, the alchemist is sitting in the back corner by herself. I see. You said them, not to imply pluralism, but to maintain gender neutrality. You show her the notice, and she beams with joy. You're a lifesaver, thank you. There's not a hope of me getting my stock back home with the winter being as bad as it is, and none of the inns would let an alchemist stay because I'm apparently a hazard to the other guests. Don't worry, I won't set your home on fire or blow it up or whatever it is people think alchemists do, although I may need to bring a few of my own things so I can continue working while the weather has me cooped up around here. As she says this, she drops a sack of coins on the table. You are surprised the table can take that much weight. You return home with the alchemist. Oh, we got romantic music. Let's check out these little potions. Nothing. I can't even talk to my good friend Fire anymore. You've occluded the fire from me, madam, and I don't appreciate it. Hey, the E stopped mirroring. That's good. Thanks for letting me dump my stuff here. Besides, this place seems like it needs more life in it anyway. You really don't spend a lot of time here, huh? Yeah, I'm not talking to you. Goodbye. Good night. With the alchemist's help, you make some dinner, and the two of you sit next to the fire to eat it. You both talk about work and the weird people and places you've encountered as the result of it. For the first night in a long time, you spend much of it laughing and talking cheerfully. You are surprised when you realize how late it is. You help the alchemist unpack the last of her belongings, and, after showing her to her room, you head to bed. Oh, god dang, I guess that already happened. You rise quite early, madam. Morning, heading out this early? Here, take some of these with you. They're much better than those mass-produced potions you've been using before now. She hands you several vials of healing potions and medicinal bandages. Score! That's friggin' awesome. See, alchemists are the best. Friggin' love alchemists. You take a job as a courier for a nearby town's smith, delivering weapons and armor to the city. It's long work, and tracking through mounds of snow to get from the town to the city just makes it worse. After returning from the deliveries, you go to claim your payment from the smith. As you enter the shop, you see the smith talking to his daughter, a somber look on his face. When he sees you in the doorway, he urges his daughter to go upstairs. You can tell from here that she's unwell. Her skin is snow white, and she seems to be breathing slightly heavily. You know, some people would covet those attributes. She rushes upstairs at her father's urging. I guess more the skin than the breathing thing. Welcome back, friend, the smith says, smiling warmly. You're here for the payment, I assume. Just give me a second while I find the pouch. While he searches for the coin pouch, you think about the daughter, feeling worried. Yeah, I'll ask. I mean, why not? Maybe it'll further the plot. You mention how his daughter seemed unwell, and ask if there's any way you can help. His expression darkens for a second before returning to his usual jolly smile. No, there's no problem. She's caught the flu, it seems. Nothing serious. Is he a pirate? Am I making him a pirate? That's not my intent. He hands you your payment and bids you farewell. You return home, worried about the smith and his daughter. Well, nothing I could have done, apparently. Give me a healing potion. Snap. Oh, the E broke again. Why? Welcome back. I hate to ask this, but do you think you could help me make some potions later tonight? I have a pretty big batch order I need to fill for tomorrow. Don't worry, they're only the basic ones. I'll show you how to make them. Was it them? Anyway, I'm not gonna respond. I am not. So, I'm imagining the narrator is me writing in my journal. I talked all night, smiling and cheerful. We have never seen this man speak. I'm assuming this is all some fantasy in his lonely little hut head. He's sort of like on fire, just sleeping right now. You spend the night helping the alchemist make batches of potions of various kinds. So that's what happens when I hit the button to settle down for the night. I end up getting shanghaied into being some potion monkey. You learn a lot about alchemy in the process, and you place the boxes of new potions in the alchemist's carriage outside. She has a carriage and I've been walking smith things back and forth? Good God. You remember the smith's child and ask her if she is able to cure illnesses. Can she diagnose illnesses? Because that seems like step 1. According to her, if the sickness hasn't advanced too far, then it's usually possible. You clean up the leftover ingredients and apparati while talking about the day's work and then go to bed. You're heading out now? I'm going in a few minutes too. Thanks again for your help yesterday. Without you, I wouldn't have had time to even eat or sleep last night. Turns out, we even made slightly too many potions, so here, take the extras. You take the extra potions and bring them with you. These are just random potions, they might turn your daughter into a dog, I mean, who knows. You end up passing through the same town as yesterday on the way home from a monster hunt. You hear crowds of people shouting and cursing a few buildings over. You think it might be coming from the smith's shop, and you run there instantly. Poof! There's a mob of townspeople outside the shop trying to break the door down. Plague. Among the shouts and roars, you hear what some of them are saying. Rhubarb. She'll
turn soon. The longer she lives, the more danger we're in. You must kill her. There's no chance for her.
The majority of the mob seems blinded by rage, shouting much worse things. Kill the demon!
The child must die or we all die.
You thought you could hide her infection from us? Do you want to kill us all? You approach the mob and a few of them turn to you. Adventurer, the smith's daughter has been infected by a demon. It's only a matter of time before she becomes an abomination herself and kills us all. You can help us, yes? Please kill the child and the smith if you have to. And you can keep everything in that shop and we'll even pay you for the work. I'm gonna potentially lie and say, I have found a way to cure her. You explain that there's a way to cure the child. Some of the townspeople realize how hastily they acted on their fear. A small few keep trying to break into the shop. The calmed townspeople restrain their enraged friends, probably their attempt to make up for their mistake, and you rush into the shop. How did I get in? You tell the smith you're here to help, and you know of a way to cure the daughter. My apologies, friend, but I don't think I can trust anyone right now. My own neighbors just tried to murder us, some of them using weapons I made for them personally. As he says this, he looks to his daughter, who is hiding behind the counter. She seems barely conscious. The smith sighs and picks her up in his arms. I have no choice but to trust this isn't some trap. Lead the way. Don't I just give her the potions I'm carrying with me? Or did I leave them at home? Anyway, you and the smith bolt out of the house and don't stop running until you get home. You can hear the townspeople fighting amongst themselves in the distance. Actually, maybe I'm bringing her back home so the alchemist can diagnose and cure her. That actually makes a lot more sense than coincidentally happening to have made extras of the exact right potion. This is actually good, well written. Good job on that detail. Eventually, you reach home. You tell the alchemist what happened. She gathers all the necessary supplies and asks you and the smith to help her. For what feels like hours, because it is in fact hours, the three of you work to make potions, antidotes, and medicines. That seems like a plethora of possible treatments when one... Anyway, as you near the end of your stock of supplies, the child's breathing calms, her skin regains its color, and she falls unconscious. So she was conscious, and I'm assuming that we basically just brute forced. We tried all the panaceas and cure-alls and whatnot, snake oils, and apparently one worked, and the rest had no negative effects. Don't try that in real life, I don't suggest. The alchemist wipes her brow and takes a deep breath. That should do it. She'll be as healthy as ever by tomorrow. All she needs now is rest. The smith falls into a chair, my one chair, sobbing with joy. Thank you, friends. I have no words to express my gratitude. Whatever you may need, I'm forever in your debit. We don't even have a home to... Oh, we don't even have a home to return to now. I couldn't stand to look my neighbors in the eye again. Yeah, good point. At least some of them realized the error of their ways. Thank you. You tell the smith that they can stay here for as long as they need. Does your kindness have no limit? That's twice now you've saved us. We'll find a way to pay you back, I swear it. Make me armor. The three of you clean away the supplies and equipment and put the home back the way it was. Hey, you're pretty skinny-armed for a smith. Talk to you first. I'm glad we could help her. I imagine she'll be perfectly fine by the time you arrive home tomorrow. Sweet. Thank you for all you've done, friend. I think I'll stay up and watch over her tonight. Oh, that's the daughter right there. I can't talk to her. That's fine. I like a little poncho. Let's settle down for the night, which means you stay up, talking to the smith about how his daughter became infected. Now, apparently, the two came across a lesser demon while out in the woods. It managed to cut the child before the smith cut it down. He tried for days to find a cure himself, fearing what would happen if the people knew of his daughter's illness. His fears were eventually realized, and that's when you came along. You talked for a bit longer before eventually going to sleep, exhausted. The smith stayed up all night watching over his daughter. Is she better? I can talk to her. Still sleeping. Nope, okay. Good morning. You're leaving for work, I assume. Good luck out there. Once my daughter wakes up, I'll find a way to continue working on my craft. I have no intentions of just being a freeloader here. Hey, looks like he stayed up all night last night. I even told him countless times that she'll be fine, but he refused to sleep. Anyway, good luck and work today. Here, the usual. You take the potions and bandages. Am I just burning through these things super fast? I want some alchemy-infused armor. You do get on that. Make me a spaceship. Maybe some rockets. You take a job defending miners from the monsters lurking in the dark, winding tunnels. I like how all these quests so far are super, like, these could be legit quests in a game where you were actually like an RPG. At the end of the day, you use some of the alchemist's medicinal bandages. You can practically feel your wounds vanishing. Is that good? Pleasant or unpleasant? And it's good, but anyway. You collect your reward and return home, curious as to how the smith's daughter is doing. She's woken up. As you can see, she seems to be full of energy too. If only she wasn't so shy as to keep it all bottled up. It's a relief to see the two of them safe though, considering what they went through. Things could have been a lot worse.
The head says you saved our lives. I don't know how to thank you for something like that. Thank you, friend. We ended it. That's what that would say, right?
I think they understand, sweetie. Even a grown man like myself can't find the words to thank them for what they did. You don't need to worry about something like that. Can't even talk to him by himself. Good night. The four of you talk about various things for the night. The smith's daughter remains mostly quiet by her father's side. Occasionally, he throws a question her way in an attempt to get her to open up some more. This game's gonna end with us, like, dying while killing the demon, right? She still seems awkward in the new environment. It seems she'll need some more time to settle in before she can feel completely comfortable around you and the alchemist. The smith's daughter goes to sleep early, and you and the others follow suit a few hours later. Next morning. Ah, good morning. I've just finished a gift for you. It should help keep you safe if your back is to the wall. He gives you a masterfully crafted dagger. How did you make this? Did you just have it? I don't see any blacksmith's tools, and you made it in the night. Like, that's noisy. I'm just very impressed. Anyway, it has an ornate carvings and indentations. I'll have more where that came from. I don't need that many daggers, buddy. Look at it as my way of saying thanks for everything you've done for us. Hey there, here, you know the drill. Boom, she hands you some potions and medicinal bandages. Come home safe and try not to get too cut up out there. You don't want to terrify the poor child. She's gonna blow up the child, turn into a mutant. You take a job gathering boar pelts in the woods. You don't know why exactly anyone needs boar pelts, but you don't really care as long as you get a reward. Although the wind and snow makes the work uncomfortable, it's an easy day and you turn in the pelts to collect your payment. You arrive home earlier than usual. Oh.
Welcome back. Dad's at the smithy in town, but he'll be back later on. The alchemist has been looking after me all day. I don't mind though. She's funny and really friendly. I've been learning a lot of things about potions as well.
Oh, hey, you're back. Way earlier than usual. The smith isn't even home yet. I've been looking after the little one since he left. I feel like she's opened up a lot as well. She's been taking an interest in alchemy. I taught her to make some basic stuff, and she's taking to it pretty well. She has talent. She's also been asking a lot about your work. I think she'd like it if you talk to her about it later on. How about now? Oh, this E doesn't do anything. No! Just remember, girl, equivalent exchange. The three of you talk by the fire. The smith's daughter is clearly more comfortable here after spending time with the alchemist. When's her dad getting back? She asks you about your adventures. You tell her about some of your more interesting jobs. Her eyes are wide with wonder while you talk about the monsters you've hunted, the people you've met, and everything else that comes to mind. The smith arrives home. His face lightens when he sees all of you. The four of you stay up talking cheerfully through the night. Eventually, you force yourself to go to bed. Good morning, friend. I trust you slept well. It's amazing how quickly she's opened up to both of you. I guess it's all thanks to the alchemist. Oh, so you think it's a potion, like a potion of glibness? I shouldn't have thought she'd be so good with children. Anyway, good luck out there. You mean wouldn't have thought.
Good morning, come home safe, okay? And also, when you get home, do you think you can show me how to be an adventurer like you? I know it's dangerous for my age, but at least I want to know how to use a sword and keep people safe.
You tell her you'll teach her if it's okay with her father.
Really, thank you. I'll ask her as soon as I can finish toppling the alchemist.
And nothing from the yeah, there we go. Hey, good luck today. It looks like she wants to help me out with my work from time to time. She really has taken a shine to the whole thing. While talking, she hands you the usual potions and bandages. Multitasking, I like it. The day is once again unremarkable. You hunt some animals and gather some meat for a village while the local hunter is unwell. You take your payment and return home. What you got? Hey, welcome home. Thanks to the little one, I managed to make enough stock for the day that I can actually relax for once. You're asking why I'm still holding this potion? I wasn't, but let's go continue that. Honestly, I don't really know. Habit, maybe? That's pretty funny, though. You, welcome back. My daughter's been telling me how she wants to learn to fight. This might surprise you, but I have no problem with it. She should know how to defend herself someday, so why not start young? My only request is that you use these instead of steel weapons. He gives you a pair of finely carved wooden swords. I made them earlier after she first asked me about learning. They should make things a bit safer than swinging those 3-foot razor blades around. So he's a blacksmith and a woodsmith. Nice. What's the word for woodsmith? Like just carpenter? That's not the right one though. I don't know.
Welcome back. Dad said I'll let me learn to use a sword. Wouldn't get me started.
I'm just gonna go to bed. You teach the smith's daughter some of the fundamentals of defense and swordplay. I think you wanted the other defense there. Evasion, distance, angles, and striking. The concepts don't come naturally to her. Unlike alchemy, she's clumsy on her feet and is easily flustered, but she refuses to stop until she makes some progress. After a few hours, she's bludgeoned to sleep. She is already better than when she started. She's better at staying at a safe distance and is slightly more confident with her footwork. You call it at that for the night. She has much to learn, but she clearly has the drive to keep improving. The smith and the alchemist sat nearby and chatted the whole time. After you finish training, the four of you eat dinner and talk amongst yourselves. You go to bed afterwards, promising the smith's daughter that you'll train with her every day you're able. Good morning. I don't think I've ever seen my daughter enjoy herself as much as when you were sparring last night. In fact, since we've been staying here, she's been happier and more energetic than usual. All the more reason for me to be thankful to the two of you. You guys, am I like a lazybones? Like, I'm the last person up every day. Seems like she's about to start practicing again already. She only woke up, but how much energy does that child have? As per usual, take these. You take the potions and bandages. Stay safe out there. One of these days I'm gonna die. Or some.
Morning, I'll be practicing some more while you're out, so I'll be even better by the time you get home. Come home safe.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything. You spend the day hunting a monster that has been eating a village's crops. You track it down and defeat it. The ferocious cow. Any injuries you take are quickly remedied with alchemist supplies. You take your payment and set off home. As you trudge through the wind and snow, you realize you've been looking forward to returning home each day, something you haven't felt in far too long. You don't know how much longer this winter will last, or if the others will choose to live somewhere else once it ends. You would gladly let them stay if they wanted to, and something tells you they might end up doing just that. That will be a choice to be made much later on, though. You approach the front door and realize that right now, the only thing you really care about, is it destroyed? Is that you're home. The end. I like that. Nice little happy ending story. Like that's a very good introductory game. I would honestly play more of that. I would be curious to see how more of the story just how the characters develop. Like I honestly don't even want more choices. This is just the characters were well written and engaging. Yeah, I want more. Good job, guy. Keep up the good work, and thank you viewers for watching. I will see you in the next video. Signature catchphrase.